Alright, Shalom. As always, I want to start these videos by giving all glory, honor, and thanks to the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son for this wisdom and knowledge. That is Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Kodash, as well as the salutations upon to the elders and apostles of GMS, Great Millstone, whom I've learned this truth under and have been laboring, helping younger brothers such as myself understand this 144% doctrine of the Bible. This is intended to be a quick hit, Lord willing, be edifying through the Spirit. I'm on the plantation at my trucking company's terminal, and I'm just going, doing some cleaning, trying to mind my own damn business, eat some soup, and go about my day. And this talkative ass Jake, Northern Kingdom brother, most likely an Issachar, so-called Mexican, he been just sitting chilling in the terminal all day, and you can tell he just want nothing to do than just talk. Okay, so I got my earphones in, and that's, as a millennial, that's typically a sign, trying to avoid any type of conversation. What was that Eminem lyric? So I try to avoid any eye contact, because if I do that, it opens the door for conversation. Like, I want that. And just watching Akiem's videos and seeing what's going on and meditating and praying and fasting, I'm just, locked into the Spirit, not really try to entertain no bullshit or nonsense or wicked type of conversations that might come up. Well, whatever, he drags me into this conversation, and another looked like to be an Edomite joins, and all of a sudden the conversation turns on Trump and the state of the country, and in Texas and California, what they do in so-called Mexicans out in Southern California, and ICE and the Constitution. And then they brought up the words, the Edomite looking guy brought out the word civil war. And then that Issachar looking brother and he was an ex-military, he was a veteran on top of that. He brought out the word curfew, okay, and martial law. All right, and that's the spirit that even the average American that's not versed in the scriptures, especially the doctrine under Great Millstone, who have the truth. They're still in the spirit that this is going down, this is happening, and they're talking about how Trump wants to enact civil war and martial law, so he don't have to go by a standard term. He can just be like a king over the country, and this is all written. That's the beauty of it. I was just playing dumb, trying to just make it through and not be rude and go about my way. But we have the script. Thanks to the spirit and power and mercy of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. We have the script. He gave us the script that this was written. This was going to happen. 2nd Ezra 15, verse 14 through 19. Woe, and this is happening. This is coming straight to America. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. And one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition, which that word means a plot, a government uprising. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. And here it is right here, verse 17, talking about martial law and a curfew, a lockdown. A man shall desire to go into a city, and shall not be able. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods, because of the lack of bread, and for great tribulation. And that's going to jack up truck driving too. And once that jacks up truck driving, you can guarantee it's going to be a food shortage. It's going to be a shortage of everything. All right, and people going to go ape. They're going to go wild out here. As well, in verse 18, if men is going to be terrified and afraid that day, how much more you prideful ass American women is going to be, a very ugly time, which we're knocking on the doors on right now. But the beauty of it is, even if you know that's happening, if the Lord not rocking with you, you're a goner anyways. Lord willing, we make it and endure till the end. But the fact that we know this knowledge, we have this wisdom, is a very beautiful thing. The Lord basically gave us a spiritual raffle ticket to salvation, okay? And Lord willing, we cash that in. We want to be deemed worthy, Okay, but we have a shot knowing this spirit, this truth, this wisdom and knowledge. Okay, taught and down by our elders and the apostles and their elders of GMS Great Millstone. Let's get this in Isaiah. Okay, we're not going to be dumbfounded and confused on why this is happening or who. We know this is all of the Heavenly Father, and he's collapsing this place, America. This is Esau's end. 2nd Ezra 6 verse 9. But this is going to be Isaiah 33 verse 6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. And we have, let me actually get that as well. We have the true name of the Heavenly Father. Ecclesiasticus 17 verse 10. And the elect shall praise his holy name. Okay, so we that Jake most likely he gonna be calling on Jesus and going to his Christian church or whatnot. He already, first thing to open up and dragging me into the conversations talking about pork ribs. Okay, so we are in a better chance than the rest of these average Israelites out here. So this is just the spirit that this place, even the average American citizen can see that this place is falling, and whether they know it or not, but that spirit of sedition, that spirit of martial law and civil war. And let's close off on that as well. Isaiah 19 verse 2. The Lord is bringing Egyptian against Egyptian, this being modern day Egypt, where all 12 tribes of Israel are locked in bondage. Isaiah 19 verse 2. I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. All right, and we're seeing them days approach. Okay, let me actually close off on this, on us just pretending to be stupid, and when that day comes, because the doors of mercy are closing, and if you didn't get the message by then, it's gonna be too damn late. The Lord sent brothers out to send the message. Okay, this is Ezekiel 3 verse 26. And I will make thy tongue cleave to the roof of thy mouth, that thou shalt be dumb, and thou shalt not be to them a reprover, for they are a rebellious house. So when them doors of mercy close, is going to be the men of the Lord are off the streets, and it's going to be too late, and you didn't get the message, you didn't get the warning, but Thawadi Hawawai Shai, we did, and we to the best of our ability cash in this raffle ticket we have of salvation out of these very dark and evil days to come, which we know is ultimately going to end in nuclear fire. Okay, but we know that the average American can feel it, that civil war and sedition is brewing, and the scriptures spoke on that. Okay, I hope this was edifying. Shalom.